Welcome to the Bullits and Bourbon podcast, where it's not about the bourbon, but more about who you share it with.
Everybody, welcome back, Bullits and Bourbon, episode 63. It's our Veterans Day special. Got the core four here for the first time on a midweek podcast. It's been a while, been a hot minute, yeah. But for Veterans Day, we got to do it. Ty, Dan, Danko, and myself.
We got the
Danko.
We got the crown eater over here.
Crane
right?
Eater, Knuckle Dragger, Harvard, and Yale. I mean, it's the way it goes.
Somebody had to be man enough to get off the plane to fight the war.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. That's. Can you spell war?
It wasn't me, but it was a bunch of my other Army and Marine brothers.
Yeah. Craig, what was also the Marine Corps' birthday? Did you get any new crayons? Like a box set this year?
Disappointed this year.
No box set this year?
No.
Damn. I thought they'd come out with the Marine Corps edition by now.
They should.
You got your Marine everything up? You got the birthday patch on it?
No, just you should get a crayon patch right here.
How many times did you sing the Marine Corps song? You woke up singing it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I don't lie.
In my sleep.
What did you go eat? What did you go eat today
What?
for free? I was trying.
That's the Army. That's Danko talking right there.
I did get my free coffee at Starbucks and then went to Texas Roadhouse, got my coupon.
Oh, Starbucks gave free coffee to veterans.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That's
It's
ironic.
It's like a little small one, but yeah.
That's the small, basic hot water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the instant coffee.
Like, I mean, Starbucks is $7 for any of their other coffees
Yeah.
now. I'm like, I don't know how anybody.
That's what I'm
gets
saying,
that
like-
shit.
Our Patreon literally is cheaper than their cheapest cup of coffee
Yeah.
a month.
100%.
One cup of coffee.
Right,
Keep it
you got Starbucks yesterday's leftover pots. What you got?
Yeah, pretty much. It was cold too.
Yes.
Well, honestly, I mean, well, hey, hats off to Starbucks.
They're like,
though.
thank
I
you for
mean,
your service. Here you
fuck
go.
Fuck Starbucks. Yeah, Starbucks kiss my ass.
Coffee?
Fucking give you a free coffee. Listen,
It's America. You have a choice not to buy it.
Shut up.
They still gave a free
Southern
one, though.
Tier, who when we were down there last weekend, is giving away a free humongous lunch. Thank you, Southern Tier. Thank you, Applebee's. Thank you, all the other places that genuinely care. Starbucks suck. I'm not even going to say it.
You know what? It's crazy. There's all these places we could go eat for free for tonight for dinner.
Yeah.
And we're stuck with this dry ass.
We're gonna start on the killer. Just because I have one bad chicken. No, you know what? Y'all are some ungrateful peasant ass motherfuckers.
Go
I
to
got
Sheets and get my turkey wrap.
I feel like I'm back in the child line. Here's your fucking MRE soup.
Dude, a peasant one. Dude, the dog was pissed off at that chicken. Now the dog turned away and walked.
I told you if we had come down here on time and did all the bullshit that we needed to do prior to the last podcast, that my chicken wouldn't have been dried out. But y'all wanted to come down here and play Johnny Grab Ass, and the chicken dried out. That's on y'all.
Of course.
You know what? Those chickens died for
Blanks it on us.
nothing. They died
sure
for
the fuck
nothing.
They did. That was I ain't gonna lie. That's the first spatchcock chicken that I've ever made that has sucked like that. The skin was good. It was nice and dry.
I like how all the young kids were like, "Oh, it's good. It's good."
Yeah, they
I'm like, you lied.
That was so funny because they
didn't know what to say.
Oh, they didn't want to tell you, like, this is great, Mr. LaFave. I'm like, this motherfucker sucks, dude. What did you do to this? It's like, God.
It was bad. But you know what? It was free, so shut the fuck up, all y'all, all right? And y'all crack on my chili again, see if I don't make... I will never feed you
Hey,
Neanderthals again, bunch of
At least his wife
degenerates.
makes good cornbread.
Oh, now you're going to save yourself, right? Now you're trying to save yourself?
Oh, not with you. I mean, Jennifer always makes good food. She just leave her in charge.
I bet you should take a couple cooking lessons from her, though.
I love it when Danko gets one. Anyways, so let's push on here because I'm about to stab you with a friggin' Glencairn. That's how serious we're about to get. The other night, we had the pleasure of having Peter Katz over from Iron City Distillery. Super cool dude. We drank a lot that night. We drank a lot. It was fun. And he brought over, some Iron City whiskey distillate for us to try. And what's really cool about it, what I thought was pretty cool, is that they don't even have labels on them yet. This is how new this is. Now, the one bottle he did bring over, I was super pumped to get my hands on, the Distiller's Reserve, which is a blend of straight wheat whiskeys. And this was delicious. This was really good, but this was from their master distiller. Basically, when he was at the place previous, he bought all of his barrels, everything that he did, and brought it over. And so this is a limited run. Once this is gone, And so that's why it was in the 375 milliliter bottle. But it is really, really good. And I think they, Iron City's up and coming, and they have such a great, amazing operation. The 3-chamber hybrid still, which will be one of 3 in the world. Leopold has one. There's some place else, and then Iron City. So really unique, and they've really committed to this project down. What's Creighton? Right, that's where it is on the river.
It's like upriver.
Upriver? I don't know. I don't know.
It's not too far outside the city.
So but a huge, beautiful campus, state of the art, steam controlled rick house. Great venue spot too. I don't know did you see the pictures on his camera? Was he showing it to you? So
it's pretty huge. They have car shows. I think they already have car shows out there.
Yeah, they have car shows, have concerts and stuff like that. Just, I think they're really, really doing it the right way, and they've really committed to doing some really cool craft distillery, distillate, and they're being smart. They're making sure that it's good every step of the way, and they're being patient with it. So we were really pumped because what he brought over were, well, first of all, the PA Rye Batch 2, which is what you guys have and what I have, which is in the small sifter. So, try it. Craig's has something different. We'll talk about that in a minute. I really super enjoyed this, and this should be labeling on their bottle. I want to say, didn't he say like in the next couple of weeks or a week or two?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So we'll see this hit, and this is amazing whiskey. It's so flavorful. It's got a great hug on it. Nose, vanilla, caramel, toffee. I can't nail down exactly. There's another flavor in there, but almost like a dark cherry fruit to it. Cherry, maybe?
Maybe cherry, yeah.
Yeah, cherry. But just, we dove into this bottle pretty quickly. And I love the blue tape on here because we really got to sample this first. This is going to be one of these bottles that you're going to want to have on your shelf. So once we have a name for it, we're going to revisit this. We're gonna kind of keep everybody up to date on what Iron City Distilling is doing because they're coming out with some really cool stuff. Now, Craig, you have. I'm sorry, Danko is drinking. Say it.
Danko. The Danko Rye.
Danko Rye. Which is why we gave him this nickname.
God, this because I was blown away by this. This was not. You remember trying like the chicken cock Manzanera? It wasn't like Amberana wood. Amberana is starting to get on the scene a lot more. Now we're seeing a lot more people make a lot more of the Amberana wood, which I could kind of start to pick up an Amberana wood. When we did the Manzanera, I could tell it was a wood flavor, not oak, not the Amberana, but I couldn't describe it. This right here too, I was so blown away by how amazing it was on the palate, but I could not tell what it was. It almost reminded me, I'm not saying it tastes like Penelope Rio, but it reminds me of a Penelope Rio in the way Penelope Rio is so much different than the rest of the Penelope lineup.
I didn't get any of those cinnamon notes that you would get from a Rio. Or
I didn't say it tasted like the Penelope
Just
Rio. It was so much different. Yes, the impact, the difference in Penelope Rio to the rest of the lineup. This was so much different. This was like, I don't even know what I'd equate it to out there. A sweeter, a caramel or vanilla finish though too. It's phenomenal.
So he's only reacted to this way about whiskey with like 3 whiskeys: the Penelope Rio Batch 1,
Red Stave, and the Danko.
Now here's the crazy thing about this. So the Danko, this barrel's barrel 283. It's only 1 year old. It's 1 year. I'm sorry, 1 year, 163 days. So, and the entry proof was 101. Not sure what the proof on it is in this bottle. But I think what's really cool is the way that they're kind of monitoring this, because they're going to pull it every now and then and throw it in a bottle like this and kind of like share it with those that had the same reaction that we did. You had a super reaction.
It was just so different.
You had a crackhead reaction.
I did. I wanted. Dude, I was going to spend both the kids' 529 plans. They were out the door though, and this for me right here I was like, let's do another line right now though. And this one right here,
line or pour?
Line.
He's gonna do a line.
He said like crack. He's equating to crack right now.
Crack you smoke, bro.
He could do a coke.
You can't do a line of crack.
Whatever. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not experienced with that.
It's
world.
not. You don't have to be experienced. One's a rock. It's what's called crack rock.
Have you tried it yet, Dan?
It changes the subject really quick.
I think the only flaw I found with the Danko was the fact that
The bottle's almost gone?
Yeah, unfortunately, Peter had to break my heart and say it's not going to be released for like another year is what they're looking at right now.
At
though.
least.
He's going to finish that whole bottle.
Yeah, I know. It's his
Let
bottle.
me
You know
let me
what?
get some of that.
You should actually give him that bottle since you took that Raz from him that he bought those 8 numbers.
I told him to take it with him, but I wanted him to try it.
You never told me that.
I never told you what.
He's talking
Take
about
that
the
bottle?
Danko, not
The
the bottle
Danko.
that you lost.
Oh,
Not the
yeah.
bottle that you lost.
No.
You want to go on a bad topic right now? That's a sore topic for you and I.
Oh, Danko's sad.
The odds were stacked in your favor. You still fucking lost.
You are a shit friend for that one right there. You scored a
listen,
check mark in the shit friend category.
Listen. I'm okay with that.
Shit friend.
I'm all right. I'm all right with it. But no, look, listen. I think the Danko rye. We got to keep close tabs on this.
Some good stuff.
Would you know it's a rye though? I mean,
Yes, yeah,
would
but
you?
because number one,
It was so much
There is a rye flavor to it. Danko is a type of grain, it's a type of rye. So I mean, it's pretty cool because if you think about it, we have kind of the Monongahela type rye. We have the Rosen rye, and we got a little Danko rye. And, I think it's really cool because this and PA Rye Batch 2 they're going to come out with is really tied to the Pennsylvania rye kind of comeback. And we all love bourbon. I think that's really how we wandered into this as deeply as we did. But rye has really become,
not too much.
I would say,
Left you a drop.
the favorite thing we like to
The
enjoy.
rest is all yours.
A little backwash.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that honestly, that until they do another pull from the bottle and then compare it one night and see which one you like better.
That's always interested me too. Is when we talk about a lot of these bottles. Or we just recently tried. What did I try? I just tried. Maker's Mark Cellar Age recently though too, and the neck pour versus this pour though, and it seemed to open up immediately. But so things like this, yes, I'd be very interested in trying. If you had something bottled from pulled on this date 1 year to this date, and to blind them, and it'd be. To me, it'd be really incredible if you didn't even know that it was pulled on these dates. It was even the same bottle and say, what do you think? Well, I think this one's a lot better than this one. Well, it's the same bottle. It's just pulled from different time frames, though. And that's something that I don't think any of us have ever done, or I've never done those. Same barrel, different time frames, where they thieve the barrel and let you try it, though. But this is, this is good.
You like it?
This is
That's
good.
really good.
You like
It's
it?
really
Yes.
smooth.
Yeah, and I think it's only going to get better. So
Sweetness to it.
I mean, I would say this, I really enjoyed this, and I really, really enjoyed the PA Rye too. And I think the Danko is really good. I think it's young, and I think it's only going to get better, and it's going to be extremely top shelf. What's really cool to me though is the prospect of Iron City really committing to becoming a top tier distillery. They're doing it all the right way. They've got great people running it. They've got great, master distiller. It sounds to me like the owner of the entire enterprise is really kind of motivated and invested in doing it, and it adds to the scene of PA whiskey, which I think is awesome. And we talked about it with Peter that night. That opening up another distillery that is dedicated and wants to do good doesn't take away from any of the other distilleries, right? They complement each other, right?
No, it's like we say all the time. You just don't have one
Favorite,
brand on
yeah,
your shelf.
on your shelf.
I mean, you look behind you, how many different brands
Yeah.
are sitting there?
So I would say this: there are tours available to those that are curious or interested. If you go to icdistilling.com, Iron City Distilling, or just search Iron City Distilling, you can check their webpage out and get down there and see. It's a really, really cool setup. I'm anxious to go down there and do the podcast from down there and hang out with the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I always appreciate too is when you hang out. Someone like Peter Katz, President, Iron City Distillery, though, a lot of these people right there that are doing great things, though, too. It was just like hanging out with just one of your friends.
Yeah.
Real nice guy. Very, very, brought us out a lot of great samples, though. Was just more than happy to come down here and share, though. And it was just like hanging out with one of our military brethren. It was just a good time just hanging out, though, and really enjoyed the time hanging out.
So next time we get them in front of the microphone and we have them talk. And as they get closer and closer to being, 100% get going with their stuff in the store and being able to do all the great things they're going to do. Man, I'm super pumped for them. So
any idea how long they've been around?
Off top of my head, I couldn't tell you. I think that's something, when we have Peter on, that we can talk in depth about and kind of more of their history. It was just cool to kind of start to be able to introduce Iron City to everybody that doesn't know about it. Because I think this is going to be something that's going to be able to go branded out big time.
Well, it's like we said, like when we went over to Belgium, when we went to the Delirium in Belgium, what did you see in the Delirium over there?
Iron City beer tray on the roof of a bar that's been around for 600 and some odd years, 700 years. I don't know. I can't remember how old that building
Delirium's
is.
a good beer too.
Yeah, Delirium's a good beer.
But the bar,
Itself is ancient.
It's just phenomenal because I don't know how many hundreds of different types of beer they have on tap.
Yeah.
Not just bottle, on tap, which is phenomenal.
Well, it might be my stupidity. I mean, we're right.
It's 100% your stupidity. I don't even know why you assume that it's not your
What did you
stupidity.
say? My stupidity.
My stupidity.
It might, I said might quotations be
It's
my
your stupidity. Go ahead. Fill in the blank.
We're right here in Pittsburgh, and honestly, I did not know it was an Irish City distillery until 4 months
It's your
ago.
stupidity.
Well, it's still brand new.
Wait,
They're
did you?
still
Wait,
young.
did
They're
you?
still
Did,
young.
did you?
Yes,
you're
we
gonna,
did.
you're,
Yes,
you're
we did.
always going to say
We-
know. You always act like you're intelligent, and you're the biggest degenerate here. I mean, you're dumber than like a lab monkey.
The thing that saves him is that device right in front of him.
See what I do when I'm curious? When I'm curious, I look at how many distilleries are here? It's amazing. If you ask a question, a lot of times you get an answer. Watch this. If I ask, is Craig stupid? Yeah, I didn't even let me finish.
You could have some magic 8 on that. Absolutely.
So the moral of my story was I did not know that Iron City had a distillate. So that was very surprising to me, though. Iron City beer, I don't mind Iron City beer, but I was absolutely blown away by their whiskey, though.
And that's why he is now Danko. He is now Danko. That is what we will refer to him as much as possible.
The sad part is I googled Danko the next day. I'm like, oh dear God, what does Danko mean? I'm afraid it means like small donkey dick in Africa or something like that, though. And
is there a name for that? Because if that's a name for that, maybe we need to switch names.
And Swahili, small donkey dick. Swahili, that's what we'll call them.
I think one was the god of something, or
No, it was never the god of anything.
Oh, it was the god of something. But look
No, it
up
was.
Danko.
I'm now going to look up
God of small dicks.
name, Danko, meaning.
It's the same for the mentally challenged.
Why couldn't you have to take your kid to Med Express tonight or something and not be here for that comment? Huh?
Oh, yeah, this is great.
What do you get when you look up Danko?
In Slovenia, a status name for a peasant who owned land and was exempt from paying tithes. Basically, what they're saying is that you're a broke bitch. That's what that says. Compound name, Slavic compound name that includes the element Dan, which means given. Yeah. Oh, down here. Danko is generally the reject name of most cultures.
Should reject? I think you're just making this shit.
What is Urban
I'm just
Dictionary?
making this
That is not what it comes up on
That is
Google.
funny though. No. But it really does say it says you're a peasant. It says you're a peasant.
Danko's the name of that sloth from 300 that couldn't hold the shield up.
Yeah, Danko.
That was not Danko.
You're like, this is Sparta. He's literally like, my name's Danko. you're Danko now, dude. We're getting cups with you on it.
Episode 63 will be the last time I'm on the podcast. We're done.
Well, we thought it was.
Bye, Danko.
Thought it was your last time on the podcast when you caught your wife.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, that was a dumb move. Who does that? Anyway,
Yeah, she was about the 187, yeah.
so stupid. So
So it's Veterans Day.
it's Veterans Day. Well, first of all, veterans have a different language, right? Like, how do you say "I love you"
Go
in
fuck
veteran?
yourself.
Yeah. How do you say, "Man, I'm concerned about your mental health"?
Go eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah. How do you say, "Is everything going okay with your family"?
Hey, do you get
Who
something
cares?
Other than that, or hey, you want me to pull that stole out from underneath you?
Yeah.
What can I do to help?
Yeah. So we have a different language. So,
How's your mama then?
Yeah. I've heard some people like, man, you guys are so mean to each other. Like, what does that mean? It's like, well, when I see Craig, the first thing I do when I look at him, well, second thing, first thing I do when I look at him is like, the second thing I do is I'm like, what's up, dick face? Right?
I think veterans are always like that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times I'll say, hey, how's Jen? How's the kids? Hey, dude, how was Oliver's game today? How was Milo's game today? Hey, hope your day sucks. Hope you get 2 flats.
Hope you get cancer soon. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
So I get it. Like from the outside looking in, it's like, man, what the hell is wrong with these guys?
I think
right?
generally as veterans,
Yeah.
though, you know, if you're not talking shit to one person, when someone quits talking shit to you,
That's when you work.
they have a problem
Yeah.
with you or they don't like you.
Yep.
When they are talking shit to you, they do like you, though.
Yeah.
Your true friends talk shit in front of your face.
when they
It's
stop.
not behind you.
Yeah.
It's the person that's sitting in the room that you're not talking shit to or not saying things to, though. Generally, there might be something wrong there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when you're like, you know, you throw a barb at one of your buddies and they respond back, I'm having a really hard time. Then you know something's really up, right? Because then it's not, you know.
Other day
You
they
know.
throw it back. That not today, dude. That's when
Yeah,
you know.
that's when you
That's
know.
when you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
know.
Not
I think-
today. Yeah.
I think too. November is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah. Which we don't talk about a whole lot. We don't.
No, we don't.
And then inside of that, you have Veterans Day. You know, that falls down. We got an extraordinary amount of veterans with just we're fucked up. Mental health problems that are out the ass. And
I'll tell you, you were born that way, so it's all right.
well, yeah, middle large part of that is just
Your
straight
mother
genetics.
definitely drank.
I'm gonna
We'll tell her that next day.
I'm gonna tell my mom on you. I ain't playing with you. You're gonna piss off everybody's moms. You know that?
Well, it's so bad. As soon as I told him, he called me today, and I was out with my parents for breakfast.
I got
As soon
scared.
as-
I'll swear to God, I got scared. I honestly, go ahead, but
I was going to let my mom answer it because she seen Danko and she listened to the last episode. She's like, "Oh, that's great."
Craig's Danko.
And I was going to let her answer. He's like, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, I'm out with my parents. I'll call you back in a little bit."
and I was like,
He's like, "Okay, no problem."
I'll talk to you later. I was like,
Craig, I'm gonna
let's
tell
end
my
this call
mom,
quick.
and then what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to sit down, and she's gonna talk to you about Jesus and about doing right for
Yeah.
a bit.
But what I'm going to talk to your mom about is that my feelings are really hurt. I don't know why your son keeps on putting me down. Though.
Oh, she won't care about
I've had a,
Yeah,
She won't care about that.
You know, once you get back from vacation, it'll be nothing but
Poor
Jesus.
Craig.
Come on, what would Jesus do?
I'm going to tell her how. I'm gonna
You
tell
do
her-
that, I swear, I'll make
I'm
your
gonna
life
te-
so
I'm
difficult.
going to tell her how many times I've been hurt and how I feel like you really don't support me as a friend. And I've had a lot of troubles in my life, and you don't help me though. You just put me
Tell her
down.
you go home and cry when you leave here.
Yeah.
Just bury your face in a pillow and cry.
He would do some stupid shit like that too. I promise to God. You put
I can't wait till he gets back from vacation and shit his parents.
She's gonna be like, poor Craig.
No, but seriously though, man, I think we all go through our struggles though too. I've been divorced twice.
It happens a lot when you wake up in the morning and just have to look in the mirror for you, right?
I mean, I'd be concerned. Like, if I woke up in the morning and looked like Craig, I would go straight to the doctor's and ask, "Do I got Zika?" Because my head is like, did my mom?
How
have
did
Zika?
you? How did your head get so small?
It's like Beetlejuice. It's like that.
Dude, I'm gonna watch the podcast now and see if I can have a pinhead now. I'm concerned about if I have a pinhead.
I'm gonna develop complex.
He's gonna walk off the show with absolute complex. No. Anyways, no. Seriously, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, man, we've all been, it's Veterans Day. We've all been through our struggles before, though. I've been divorced twice before. And, it sucks. The one thing I've learned is that, what did Teddy Slim say, though, too? It's, I'm not all right, but I'll be okay, though. We all go through our struggles, though. And seriously, man, as much of a hard time as we always give each other, though, at the end of the day, though, Dan, you guys hit on the head, though. Sometimes you just look at each other and say, hey, brother, not today. We get it. You can tell in that tone of the voice of today's not the day. And that's when you're like, you good, dude? You good, brother? Come over here and talk.
There's many
Come over and
times
talk to me.
you've called to check up on me.
Yeah.
Same with you.
Yeah, I went through.
You not so much. Marine's like, I don't know what's going on. Give me my crayons.
Rub some dirt on it. Here we go.
Like, Ty, are you feeling down? He's like, maybe a little. Then you fucking throw a blue and a green at him, and he's like, I'm so great.
I think I think life experiences teach you that too. Is unfortunately, as we've gone through life, we all think it's not going to happen to us. We don't think we're going to have a friend who's going to end their life. We don't think we're going to have a friend that's going to do something bad.
I know at least sometime at this point of year, somebody I know is going to fucking pull that trigger.
Unfortunately.
But we always believe it's not going to happen to us though too. And so when I reach out to you, reach out to Jay, I can't be you I'm concerned about. Jay, I won't be lucky enough that he'll off himself. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, look at all this bourbon. He ain't going to leave this behind.
Dude, you know what we're going to do. If you off yourself, we're going to fight each other for Dibs.
Yeah, we already got shelves marked.
I swear. Listen,
Look underneath some of those bottles. You'll see initials.
Yeah, you look.
You got some painter's tape on there.
I don't put the painter's tape was out too.
Dude, when you
Hey,
see,
don't be marking up my shit. I'm not.
dude, when you see DT 120, CW 110, that's the big current bid right now. When you go,
So we're going to donate to your family, so they're taking care of.
One bottle.
but no, man, as much shit as you always give each other, you always love each other, though, and we always have those bad days, and yeah, we go through those days too, and you always have to look after each other, though, and you hope you pick up on those moments in time, though, too, where someone's like, not today.
All right, you done with the gay shit?
Yeah. Well, I would say as far as mental health goes, though.
That's the only way to respond.
So we talk about mental health awareness month, right?
Yeah.
In all seriousness, we need to normalize though dudes going and asking for help because they ain't doing it.
No.
They ain't doing it. And
men or women.
now, but men. I'm gonna tell you something. And the women are naturally born being able to talk about their emotions, and they have support networks and books and fucking Oprah and Ellen, all these other fucking dumb bullshit. A guy doesn't have anybody to talk to, right? Because
I got 3 degenerates to talk to on a regular basis.
yeah, but I mean, they really care. I don't give a shit what you say, really. You know, no, but what I'm saying is, like, we're growing up. You don't go talk to your boys about the stuff that's going on in your head.
Yeah, like you know.
When you were transitioning, Craig.
Craig has called me. He's like, I had this gay dream last night.
and you and Jason, you and Jason were touching each other. I was really bothered by it.
I don't know.
Bothers the word. Bothers the word. No, but we got it to a certain degree. Now listen, there's the all right, don't be a pussy factor. Okay, we will say that, but there's got to be a line that we start saying, hey, listen, man, you know, we got to be there for each other. We got to, at least to the point of like, listen, what's going on in your head, dude? Dump it out, cry it out, whatever you need to do, and then let's press on. But there are a lot of dudes that are just living in absolute freaking silence. When a dude shuts down, this is what I don't think a lot of women understand. When a dude stops talking, it's done. It's done.
I mean, a lot of women, you can't get a word in edgewise. So, I mean, they're not going to know regardless. Think about it.
So they're used to
Yeah, so we're going to move on. I ain't even going shit. You are not looping. I'm not. No. I don't know. I'm just talking about my wife. I'll never feel like that whatsoever. Shut up.
Hey, blink twice if you need help.
In any event. So, talking about
Speaking of
veterans.
women, I'm sorry. How's Miss Taylor doing?
Just wait.
How's Mama Taylor doing?
It's good. Just wait.
I'm afraid to go meet Daddy Taylor. I'm afraid of a 187, not a self-induced
next event
gunshot.
we have, I'll make sure they're both there for
Oh,
you.
I think that I'd love to do that. Oh God,
Mr. Taylor, I'm so sorry, sir.
I would love to see him just drop a bow. Just
My dad would just, oh man, you see how big my
I
dad
know
is.
it'd be so funny.
Has your dad heard these episodes?
I don't know. He never says one word. He'll tell me the neighbors listen to it. My neighbor Tim just started listening. Well, his neighbor Tim. And he's like, wow, they really like drink like high-end whiskey. But I don't know. If
Sometimes.
He listens.
Yeah.
But your mom, how many is your
Look
mom?
how concerned he's
My
getting.
mom listens to 'em all.
Oh, she really supports her son.
Yeah.
Oh, God have mercy.
Keep talking. Keep running your mouth. Go ahead.
Hey, maybe she's interested, man. That's why she keeps on listening. Maybe she keeps on listening, waiting for.
There's something seriously wrong with this asshole. Oh,
Mom, I'm sorry. I got degenerate friends. I can't help you.
all right, I'm gonna throw you guys on the spot. Best veteran memory or story you
Oh,
have.
but there's so many good ones.
Well, I know. That's why I said the best one, fuckface. I didn't say.
like drunk ones or sober ones.
Best time.
I guess I should have spelled this out. Tell me a
just
story
Give a good one. Give a good one. How about that?
that's under 30 seconds.
Yeah, because Todd's on the clock.
Yeah.
Give a good one.
Start over there.
No, you gotta go.
Dude, you know the bad part is my first one? we can't say on this. It definitely be like a Patreon.
Was that the donkey show you got put on? You were actually the donkeys.
The donkey show we participated in.
He's like, yeehaw, yeehaw.
Shut up for a second here. We did back in 2001. You did not need passports to cross into Mexico.
It is the donkey show.
So it might have been it might have been 2000. But we crossed over to Mexico, and they said there was a donkey show happening. So a bunch of dumb GIs, 20 years old. We went there to go watch it. It did not happen at night, but we were like a bunch of idiots. We're like, we did bullshit. There's no donkey show. We went there to go watch it in Mexico, and when you cross that border into Mexico, it is those border towns. Oh, dude, it's third world country.
The donkey show.
It's right. Like now, if you cross over now, like you shouldn't be crossing over probably third world unless you are prepared for a gunfight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got third world countries all the time.
That's
where the future Miss Taylor is going to be.
I'm not gonna argue. 90%, yeah.
How many kids you got countries in now, Dan? Best veteran story. Good veteran story is best. Well, what do y'all got though?
You just gave yours.
His Mexico trip. Lame.
Anyway, what's yours?
Lame. That's fucking better. I don't know. There's so many good fucking memories.
So you got one on deck?
I mean, a short one offhand I can think of, like we go, so many TD trips. We go down to New Orleans for the first time during Mardi Gras. That was pretty crazy. We went to Guam, and a buddy of mine were like, we signed up to go play golf on the Air Force Base, and there was like a typhoon going. So like we paid, we have our day off, so we went golf in the typhoon. Freaking signs all on the trees saying watch out for wild boar, but just all the fun TD trips going to different places.
Just the collective, yeah. There are. I mean, I'll pull one. I'll pull one from our time in Germany.
I'm going to self-incriminate on a few.
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go?
I think the best military. You do a lot of military trips. I think one of the top ones. We got all fucked up one night in Germany, and we decided we wanted Belgian waffles for breakfast. So we had Chelsea Judd. I don't remember her from flight. She was the only sober one. We called her up at like 2, 3 a.m., and we're fucking hammered. We're like, hey, are you sober? She's like, yeah. If we pay for a trip to Belgium for the rest of the weekend, we'll take care of all your food, hotel, drinks, and everything. Will you drive my car? Will you drive us? She's like, all right. So we drove from Germany to Brussels, Belgium.
Which, just so they understand, is only about an hour away.
That's a little over 2 hours.
Hour and a half.
About 2 hours to Brussels.
He'd drive like a freaking Nancy.
Yeah, because I get too many tickets from the speed cameras. But she was driving too. So,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, all right.
That's what I'm blaming on her.
Okay.
Well, we got down there and got our Belgian waffles. That was one of the good ones, saying, hey, I'm going to Belgium for Belgian waffles.
And go to Belgium.
They just call them waffles. I'm just saying.
Do you know what a waffle is? Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been IHOP before.
And so I think that was one. But no, I think the best was, so I did a year in Iraq. After Iraq, I did a year in Central America doing the counter drug interdiction program. And I had a decent amount of PTSD when I came back. I was in Germany. I had to go at the first sergeant, the chief, because of some bullshit that happened. They made me go, they're like, you have a choice. You can go to mental health and self-identify, or can be command directed. It's better if you go self-identify. I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. At this point in time, I was done with the military. I was like, fuck this bullshit. They're doing a lot of dumb shit. They preach operational risk management and all this stuff on Monday, and then by Wednesday, they're having you do dumb shit that they just preached against. So that weekend, I grabbed 2 buddies that I thought smoked weed. And I was like, we're going to Amsterdam. It's about to be grandma's boy. We're rolling it all up, smoking, fucking hanging out with monkeys. And,
with monkeys.
we get to fucking Amsterdam, and as we're driving, the one kid, he's like, I've never smoked weed before. And he's one of those goofy motherfuckers. You're like, there's no way you've never smoked weed before. And he's like, no, I'm just fucking retarded like that. I'm on the spectrum.
I'm on the spectrum. He's self-identified.
Yeah,
he's like, no, man, I'm just on the spectrum, bro.
And
It's
I'm
cool.
like, well, we're getting fucked up, so, you don't have to, but if you want to, go for it. He wants the cock. So,
Dan, are you sponsored?
Not yet. Still not sponsored.
All right, back to your story.
But anyways, we get up to Amsterdam, and the first night, we go to a coffee shop, we smoke up. We smoke a hell of a lot. Dude doesn't say 2 words all night to us. Next morning, we wake up and me and the other guy, we're like, hey, Kevin, sorry, you don't got to smoke today. We apologize for last night. We know you didn't have any fun. He's like, what are you talking about? We talked about this, It's like, dude, you ain't say 2 words all night.
He had a whole conversation in his
own
own mind.
in his head. So he was like, no, I want to do it again. I had a good time last night. So I was like, all right. So we went to this hookah lodge, threw a couple grams in a hookah, smoked it up. We seen this cat fucking creeping around. It was like the Matrix, like, oh, deja vu. This cat kept going back and forth. We were fucked up. So I was like, all right, let's go to the Van Gogh Museum now that we're all fucked up. We go to the Van Gogh Museum, and it's the typical dumb Americans. So we're in the Van Gogh Museum, and I'm just fucking high as hell looking at this fucking Van Gogh artwork. Here comes Kevin. My 6-year-old brother can draw better than this. So we're in the Van Gogh Museum, and they're just following me around, just trashing all this like art from Europe. And it's like, holy shit, I got to get these guys out of here. I'm like, we'll go to the Anne Frank house. By the time we wait in that long ass line, by the time we wait in this long ass line, they're gonna sober up. They'll be all right because it's very somber, it's sad. Everybody read the Anne Frank diaries, and there's gonna be people crying. So they're not gonna be assholes. We get to the fucking Anne Frank house. We get in. First room's the fucking bathroom. Porcelain, everything, gold fixtures. First guy goes, I don't think she had it that bad. It was better than my parents. And there's people crying. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? So we go to room to room, and they're just making these asinine comments. And I'm like, you degenerates. So finally, we get up to behind the bookcase, go up those narrow steps to the attic. And I'm like, all right, everybody knows the attic, and this is where she had to hide. There's people crying and shit. I'm like, they gotta be fucking respectful here at least. No, here comes Matt. Oh, she definitely didn't have it that bad. All there's room for activity, like fucking stepbrothers. I'm like, holy, what the?
You could play Monopoly up here with like 7 people.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Most embarrassing time, but best time I've had with a bunch of degenerates.
So mine happened in Germany. One of them. I mean, there's been.
Don't get that guy.
You're leaving. All right. So, Ty, hurry up. We were in Germany drinking at a local pub in Weilerbach, which you know Weilerbach, and having a good time. Matt Hodges, myself. Oh, who was the other one? It was Jay Junt. Having a good time. You remember Jay Junt? So, at some point, the Belgian beers racked up on us pretty good, and it got late. We're all married. It's time to go home. Jay calls his wife. She was going to come pick us up. But he comes out of the bathroom, and he's like, yo, there's a roll of pink toilet paper in there. And I don't know what it was, man, but we all just snapped. Like, pink toilet paper. And Matt's like, you've got to steal that pink toilet paper. I went in like 007 mode, apparently. I don't remember a whole lot of this. So I grabbed the toilet paper. I thought I was stealthy, but they said that the bar owner was like, man, you hit like a column, you hit a door, and you fell down, and you got up and went, I've got the toilet paper, and you just like ran off like a crackhead. And for about 2 miles, we jumped over people's, you know how short the fences are in Europe, and we're throwing the toilet paper. And then his wife shows up. Like, she's following us down the street. She's yelling at all 3 of us, get in the fucking truck, get in the fucking truck. And we thought it was the police. We didn't know. She had to run us down. And then she made us, it was cold. It was like February. She made us all sit in the bed of her truck while she drove us back to the house because we were children. I have that pink toilet paper to this day. It's somewhere in there. Listen, prized possessions, man. It's just the little things that,
Like all those glasses over there you stuck in your room.
I didn't.
You acquired.
I didn't acquire. Yeah.
Well, dude, I told you I might have said on a previous podcast my scariest story where, in one sense, was we were 20-some years old, stationed in Fort Hood, Texas. So I'm probably 20. Dude there is probably 24. His wife's 18. Well, she starts, maybe she's 19. She starts working at the local mall right there. We're stationed in Fort Hood, Texas, Killeen, Texas. So we're all hanging out in someone's garage, and we're all drinking, being responsible, catching a ride home. Well, here's Pasquale. Pasquale's going through divorce. He has his young son, like Dylan, like 3 years old now. And he's like, hey, I'll give y'all a ride home. We're being responsible. Cool. All right, brother, you give us a ride home. Hey, man, no problem. I need to swing past my house real quick. The house he's not living in anymore.
Because his wife's messing around.
Well, his wife's there, but yeah, he started to screw around on him, though. So, all right, cool. But it was, all right, we're cool. He has to swing by, grab something. Well, ride home. Great night. Pull up there. She was, like I said, he was like 23. She was 19. We were 20, 21. Here's this white pickup truck right there in the driveway. Oh, fuck. It was that dude's pickup truck. That dude grabs his pistol. He didn't know it was in the car. Goes up to the door. That dude comes out to the door first. Man, he has him at gunpoint. And we're just catching a ride home like, you've got to be.
I'm about to catch some charges.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, here comes dude's rolling home, getting a ride. But that's not how the story's going to look right now. Dude comes, hey, swung past my exes. Next thing you know, 3 dudes come rolling up. One dude has a bullet in his head, though. He put that gun to that dude's head, man, and I'm like, oh, my God. I'm 20 years old at the time. Like, you've got to be kidding me, though. Shit goes down. She comes outside. I don't remember the order of events quite, but I think she slapped him once or twice. So, I know she slapped him once or twice. I don't know if it was when the dude was there or what happened now. I remember he had ripped. Remember you got them screen doors? You grew up in the country. Screen doors? And the screen door was locked. But it was a screen. How you ripped that fucker off, though? Well, that screen door was gone at this point, though. And that dude was outside standing there, gun to his forehead down. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I think now we would have got out of the car later in life. But at this point, we're like, oh, God.
You'd have gone out like menace to society.
Pulled the trigger and that dude leaves. I think she called the cops. But when she called the cops, she must not have said, from what I call, she didn't say there was a gun. Cops got called. Cops show up. Now we have the pistol back in the car. Cops show up, talk to him, though. Clearly they didn't know it was a pistol because the pistol's in the glove box, though. We drove off like nothing happened. That was let go. But if he would have shot that dude that night, though, I guarantee. Yep. I don't know if we
Danko would have been bent over a lot.
I don't know if I'd be out of prison to this day, but we had no clue what was about to go down. We're catching a ride home, but we at least would have been in jail until that trial ran its course.
We did.
A hot minute.
We dodged some major bullets.
There's a lot I dodged. I should have been
bad stories.
Man, I was such a fucking slut when I was in my 20s. I had no care for anything. And the biggest thing was I had a roommate. We had a house party the one night, and there's this girl there. And I was like, I brought a bunch of friends. He brought a bunch of friends. You know, so we didn't know everybody that was in the house. And there's probably about 50, 60 people in this house party. And I'd seen this girl, and I was like, hey, that's one of your friends, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, why don't you hook me up or, put some work in for me, whatever.
Put some work in for you.
And he was like, oh, no, she's not interested. I was like, all right, cool. Whatever. Then he could have been honest and just been like, no, I'm trying,
Oh, yeah. He didn't tell you that part.
He ain't telling me that. So then
he just said she's not interested, right?
Then the next couple of days, she's coming over to the house and he's trying. And I was like, you dick. I was like, you could have been honest. You ain't have to lie to me. And I was like, I'd have respected you a lot more if you didn't lie to me. And, about a month later, I don't know why he gave her a house key. But, one thing led to another.
You did, didn't you?
You dirty son of a bitch.
It was like Scotty didn't know.
Scotty didn't know.
But Scotty found out.
Scotty found out.
And I mean, I'm lucky he didn't punch me in the face or like there was no fight or nothing. He came home with him one day. He's like, I'm out. And just like very next day, moved out of the apartment, left me with the
really.
He was cool about it. And then we ran into each other a few years later. Bumped into each other. He was like, I really dodged a bullet with that one because you. He's like, I've pissed at you for like years, but I owe you.
That's pretty sad.
Well, I think at our age now, or back then though, too, looking at if you weren't dating her, I'd probably been like mad at you for like a week. I'm like, that's fucked up though. But I do remember going out for the military one time, being single, and so we go into this bar. I was in recruiting for the Army at the time. Now I remember telling this girl, I'd be like, my name is Mike. So I'm sitting here talking though, and thinking I'm cool. And one of my dudes comes walk up and says, hey, Craig. And this girl looked at me and she's like, Craig, huh? Not Mike? Dude, I'm so busted. And she laughs it off. So I'm like, oh, God, dodge that bullet, though. Hour goes by, though, and we're sitting here talking. And what happens, though? Her name was Melissa until her friend came up and said, "Hey, Stacy." She did the same. She did the same. In that moment where we both looked at each other right now, it was like a respect, but a
Gay
laugh.
respects gay.
Seriously, like, you've got to be kidding me right now.
Oh, you think that's bad? So I had an alias. I went by Kevin Cook for years. I get to Germany. One of my trips in Germany, his fucking name's Kevin Cook. And I got to change everything up in Europe, and it screwed me up big time.
Oh, guard.
But I got a story like that. So I was in Honduras, right? And I meet this girl in Honduras. We're supposed to go out to dinner. We got these plans and everything. She cancels last minute. Oh, I got a family emergency. I can't go. All right, no problem. So me and one of my buddies were like, fuck it, let's go out to dinner. We go to a completely different restaurant than like me and her were supposed to go to.
Ran into her.
Well, no, here's the worst.
She's out with us. Somebody else did.
Here's the worst. So then there's two guys in our unit that they're sitting at a table across from us. And we're like, oh, why don't you guys join us, have some drinks with us? They're like, oh, no, we're waiting on these girls, da-da-da-da-da. My boy's like, how fucked up would it be if the girl you were supposed to have a date with shows up and they're going out with them instead? I'm like, I laughed my ass off. Sure shit, like we're facing the door. I see the girl I was supposed to go out with at the door. Her face was like fucking busted. Like she did not want to come into the restaurant whatsoever. And I just stood there and just sat there laughing. So she finally came in, she sat down with the other two guys, and me and my buddy, we're sitting there just drinking and howling. Just absolutely hysterically laughing about the whole situation. Because
who cares?
Yeah. I think one of my...
But here's the best. So we leave later that night. I'll send her a text. I was like, hey, how'd that family emergency work out? Hopefully everybody's all right.
I remember, just to keep it PG, because I don't know who watched. One of my more PG stories was we were out of town one time, and so we were at some bar, and again,
don't worry about the time.
We're in recruiting for the Army too, so we're out in the civilian community though too. They don't see as many military though. We're sitting there, and I start talking to some girl. Next, we're in this hotel or whatever, and dude, it's late at night. This hotel somewhere in Pennsylvania had this big old bar, so it stayed open late. Pre-COVID, it stayed open like 1, 2 a.m. though, attached to the bar. So next thing you know, we're out in the hotel lobby elevator area, but dude, there's nobody around. We start maybe getting a little kissing a little bit, and we go into the janitor's closet. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do the janitor's closet right now. And next thing I know, poof, light comes on, like the slow ambiance of blue light. And I'm like, the fuck is that? That was the manager's office. Hit the mouse on some desk. It was the mouse on a desk. It hit the computer, the screen lit up on a computer. I thought we were in a janitor's closet.
Dumbass.
No, it was not a closet. It was an office. They were locked at the time, though. Yeah.
How many drunk blackout nights you guys have in the military? Korea. I know you had a couple in Korea.
I woke up in a benjo ditch naked in Korea, which was the one thing I told myself I did not want to have happen while I was in Korea. Jennifer caused 2 blackout nights when she should have saved me. Instead, she made me tequila. Thanks, Jennifer. My liver was bad after Korea, dude. It took me a while.
I know. They used to call it
Korea was rough.
Yeah, Army. When I was stationed, they call it the Army Exchange Program. Yeah, people would go to Korea because Korea is generally a 1 year tour over there, and I never made it there.
Just keep it on the table.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, Korea. I'd love to have gone just for the cultural experience. It would be really cool.
Yeah, the cultural experience.
Yeah.
That's what I say every country. I'm here to explore new cultures.
Yeah.
Thailand. I want to go for the cultural experience.
For the lady boys.
You natty.
Oh, you nasty,
You're
GI.
nasty.
You nasty.
The best night I had in Korea. So you know how NCOs weren't allowed in the airman dorm. Airmen weren't allowed in the NCO dorm.
Yeah, you didn't listen to that.
I'm lucky I didn't lose a stripe multiple times. So I was messing with this girl, Laura Rodriguez, and we used to mix the soju with Hawaiian punch.
Ugh, yeah.
And so we're drinking soju, and it's one of those ones. I don't think
Got
it's
a bad
me.
bottle.
I blacked out, and I don't remember blacking out. I woke up the next morning, one sock on, it was pink, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Didn't know what the hell happened next
That was
day.
Dan's happy sock. It was fun.
It was crusty. It was a hard pull.
Apparently, I got blacked that trunk with a bottle, knocking on door to door, all the airmen, homie, don't play that. And I guess I took another bottle of fucking Hawaiian Punch, threw it all the way down the hallway, so it just spilled out. Was doing Tom Cruise risky business, just slide down the hall. It was a
Dude,
hot
you are
mess.
lucky.
It was a hot mess.
I tell you what, a lot of great memories over the years, right? I mean, we make some pretty good memories now. Bunch of old angry vets.
You know, the best part I will say is though is every time I think I've almost always had an issue though. Has there been a lot of times you guys have been out where there is a fight amongst the group? But God forbid, it's like watching a pack of dogs.
Anybody pick a fight with us?
But anybody got into a fight amongst the group, it would automatically forgot about what's going on, and they like a pack of hyenas that would just take on a lion.
Well, that's like when I was at Barksdale, Louisiana. Like, there's guys you really didn't care for, you didn't hang out with, but if you were in a bar or any establishment, and you seen somebody fucking with them, it was game over.
Yeah.
You may not have liked them at work, but you don't fuck with one of my brothers, and it was game over. You jumped in, you stepped in, and it was.
I remember to this day, I wasn't, dude, I'm not some tough dude, nothing like that. I was in some bar and somebody said something to me, and I don't remember what, I said something to him, a little bit of conversation back and forth, and all I felt was this. My dude, Billy Riggs, was a sniper in the Army before, top gun in the Army sniper, deployed to like Iraq sniper. Dude, this dude didn't like me at first when he first met me, but after we became boys,
does like you?
Yeah, I'll never forget that, man. He heard that dude talking shit to me or something like that. I didn't see him coming. He just comes out of nowhere, does this to me. And he's like, "You got a fucking problem? I'm your fucking problem now, though." And I was like, "Hey, man, I got." You're like, "God damn!" But oh yeah, he was like, I was like his little brother or something, like his younger brother. He was like, "If you got a fucking problem, I'm your problem now." Then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, vets take care of vets. That's what we do.
That's one thing. Like, I know you got multiple deployments under your belt. One things I remember, we had over in Iraq like a 0-3 mission with the Iraqi police to go serve warrants. We were pissed. We had to get up early as fuck. So you remember the MRE bombs? So there's a little
Tabasco sauce.
No. You take the MRE heater.
That's not what the heater with the Tabasco sauce. We used to put the Army would put it in a Tabasco bottle and shit and crack it open so it'd give off all
Put it
the
in a water
fumes.
bottle.
Yeah, so we just put it in a water bottle.
So it'll kill somebody. You don't want to kill somebody with it.
So we set it up around, like, there's a little prison at the one police station we worked, and we set probably 15, 20 of these all off at once. Because we're like, if we're up, these fucking detainees are waking up.
I'm up, you're up.
All you heard was a bunch of Arabic.
Why you mad, bro?
Like, hey, we're up, you're up. But then the worst was there's certain police stations we would go to. So, you keep the gunner and the driver in the vehicle in case you had to bug out or shit popped out for, perimeter security. And you get bored out there sitting there for a while. And, every now and then, as a TC, you would let your driver or gunner go in and take their position so they could get in on the mix. And I'll never forget a bunch of us NCOs, dumb as shit, we let our drivers go in. We decided it was a game. We were pissing in these fucking bottles, putting MRE packets in.
Oh, dear God.
And it was like hot potato, making sure they throw it in and you throw it in another vehicle. I'll never forget.
Oh, God.
I'll never forget somebody threw it in the Iraqi police gate shack.
Boom.
Exploding piss everywhere.
I remember dudes talking about, man, some of them dudes act up and they would take that powdered sugar and they'd come out of the shower, they'd take their towel and put the powdered sugar on
the towel?
their bed.
Yeah.
And they go laying on their bed, get fucking sugar stuck to them or something else.
Yep. They were doing that shit in Iraq a lot. Well, listen, we got to wrap this up because I got chili that needs to be.
Yeah, we don't want him.
You don't want my chili dry. But to all of our fellow veterans, we raise a glass to you. We love you. We honor you. We cherish you. And you know what? Stay healthy the next year. As always, thanks for tuning in. And we'll wrap it up like I always do. Stay thirsty, my friends. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast of Bullits and Bourbon. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.